to register these kind of things, because we cannot have, if we have a journey, we have to have a bus, we have to have a driver, we have to have a co-driver and the passengers. But what do we have at the moment? What do we have at the moment so that we can get this journey? So, I've participated in election for some two elections, and I can tell you there is a lot of things that are involved during elections. We can be saying, no, 2027 we're gonna take this thing up, and then we'll find out Ruto is back there in power, and we come back here again to talk on the space how to remove him again. These are things that we will not want to happen. So what can we do to make this, what we are talking, reality, to make it real, to make to make him out? So we need to get structures, we need to get drivers, we need to get passengers on board, we need to get co-drivers so that this thing can happen. And people die, people kill each other to get power, people rig election, people fight, people do a lot of things. All these things are pressure that we expect to get. So when you come here on space and we start attacking each other, these are things that happened. They are no new things. There are things that have happened. Those who know our history in our country, people have died looking for power and pushing for good governance and pushing for revolutions. People have died. People have killed each other. People have fought. So all these things are there, and we need to arm ourselves. We need to gear ourselves to know that all these things will come on our way. So we need to not to be cry or to be cry babies or what. We need to fight on and to be strong, to go ahead and be on the forefront, pushing for what we want. I'll land for now so that someone else can come in. And another thing is we need everybody on board. Let us not try to out other people. Whoever want to come on board and whoever want to be with us and is for us, and we know that they are really for the revolution, let them come in, let them join, and we join their hands and we be strong in the movement. Thank you very much. Can I come in now? Can anybody hear me? Okay. I think the next speaker speak, please. Okay. Anyone who have the mic. I have it now. Okay, I want to from just General has just left it. I'm not a Gen Z, I'm a boomer. But so we have some experience. Generally, another explosion of what happened on 25th is a bit difficult to achieve now. So it has to be a strategy now. Now, first, I want to take a bit of history experience. I've also been involved in so many elections because I'm not young. But about the youth. My experience with the elections, usually when you see people lining up, you never see that the Gen Zs, they're never there. Like my experience with the last election, the one of 2022, I come near Maseno. So when I took my boy there to go and pick ID,
I found thousands and thousands of IDs, and these IDs were students of the university. Most of them are for students of universities who are registered that time. But it's like, unfortunately, they were not picked because election, the college was closed. But and again, even if it was students, you never see the youth. Those who see on the line queuing, they're usually 35 and going. So that means now strategy has to change. First thing I would request the youth to do is to chase what we call identity card. Have it. Forget about IBC. If anything, you should have ID. And again, in expresses where people do meet, okay, having followers do not mean that they are Kenyan. Some of them are from outside. They are not even Kenyans. So having so many followers does not mean that your message reaches Kenyans. Or like Morara has so many. It does not mean those followers are really Kenyans. Now, how do you propagate this information, what we are talking here, to ground? Ground is a different story altogether. When they say kwa ground kitu ni tofauti ni kweli kabisa. This is some of them are not, they just know the local politics. So I think the strategy I would ask, who was talking, Mweru. When Mweru talked, I think we should put forums where we discuss. If it is IBC, we could get people who are versed in that topic and bring people to talk about IBC. IBC itself, there's what we call the infrastructure, like county returning officers. If we look at the permanent employees in that office, the county, almost half of them are from one community. So that also needs to change. When you're talking about IBC, it should not just be the commissioners only. It should be looked as a whole. Who are these people? Because that IBC is where Ruto put his hand. The infrastructure, the permanent employees, is where he made sure he put his hand there. So we should have people discuss different topics in different forums so that you can strategize. Another thing on Morara movement, Morara, like people are saying, Morara should have so many Moraras. One maybe around Mombasa, another one. Then one day when it's a meeting of all, one from the coast area, regional Moraras, please. So for now, I do advise that I'll leave it at that point. Maybe others can continue.
Ni tuko nayo hapa kwa hii chama ya Morara ni that Morara is there but there are no people under him. You don't need a lot of people. We just need a very small team of party officials. Hiyo ndio kitu Morara hana, because at the end of the day you need all the counties. Let us proceed with the team. You need all the counties and they are 42. So see, we need a lot of people. We need those 42 people who will be county officials for the parties in the county offices for those parties. Then those guys, it will be their job to give us the around 900 people who will cover all the political seats. So MCA, women's rep, if you add all those seats together, it just comes, it's actually less than 900. It's like 800 and something. So you don't need a huge, ginormous party. You need 42 county officials, and each county to have people who will run for those seats for that county. You too. Then once you have that, Kenyans will know we are voting for these 800 people. Na tukienda kwa ballot, we are ticking inject. Because our voting system by itself is designed to be rigged. Because when you say these cops who are shooting us are the same people who will guard the ballot box, and we know they are in Ruto's pocket. When you say huyu commissioner wa IBC ndio atatuambia result, and we know he was bought previous election by Ruto. When you say tutatumia server ambayo baba amegongwa nayo 2 times ikamufinya, we know the odds are against us. So what we need to do is guard our votes with our lives. Basically, that is what we need to do. We have to be ready to die to make sure, one, any ballot paper that is ticked by agency, itafika Bomas. So definitely we have to follow those vehicles that will carry those ballot boxes, because what Ruto will attempt to do, he will attempt to do a mid-transportation swap, which is how elections have been stolen before in Kenya. Number 2, we need to have an agent for every voting station when it comes to election day. If you don't have an agent in that station, 34A will be cooked. Because Ruto has the funds, and he'll put people in every station, and he'll be ready to pay the official who will be in that station to cook 34A. So if that guy can be bought and that 4A can be cooked, there's nothing you will tell the Supreme Court after the fact, because the 34A will be the evidence. And Baba even lost an election very recently because the 34As were cooked and he couldn't prove in court that 34A is wrong, because once it's signed, it's signed. Kama official wa hiyo county alisema hiyo 34A iko sawa, na hiyo figure inafanana na ile figure kwa server, because IT guys pia wamenunuliwa. They are backing each other up there, so there's nothing you'll prove in court. So we need, first of all, the 42 county officials and the 42 inject party offices. Then once you have that, you have who will now run in that county. We have this guy, he wants to be MCA. Then how do you make sure this guy is not a crook? You make sure anyone who joins inject party and assign agreement in it your work contract that they cannot betray the party, and there are some things they are expected of them if they join the party. So the integrity clauses become party policy. You can't join the party if you're a crook. So you have to sign this document here saying, if at any day you decide to become a crook, us as the party we will remove you, not even the government. And you have it in writing and they sign that thing. So they bind themselves even before they campaign. This is how elections are done in serious countries. If you go and run for parliamentary seats mahali kama Norway, chama ndio kusema. So kama hiyo chama it's a right party or it's a leftist party, you have to follow leftist principles. Huwezi ingia kwa leftist party then you start going to parliament to push right bills. Chama ndio itakutoa, hata itafika kwa impeachment. Chama yenyewe itakugrab ikurudisha iseme you are not following the principles of that party. And that's why when you see parties abroad, they have parties based on principles. Kama ni Libertarian Party, they have libertarian principles, and that's what formed the party. If it's a Labour Party, hiyo chama imejaa watu wa atuoli type. That's how they make parties abroad. But hapa Kenya, watu wanatengeneza party na chama. We don't have principles. We don't have a manifesto, basically. When we make a party, unataka tu party ni ya wakale, party ni ya lawyers. That's how we are making parties. Party kama Ford Kenya, surely it's a very tribal party, and it's one of the oldest parties in the country. But I was just looking to answer a Kenyan lady because she asked when I said chama ya Morara ina watu under Morara, how will we go about it? So that's exactly how they need to go about it. You don't need a lot of people. You need less than 1,000 people. Even in this call, we probably have enough people to support Morara. You just need a very compact, very well organized party. Then you attack the constitution directly. Because the constitution doesn't need a lot of things. It needs a party, it has a branch in every county, it has people running for the tickets. That's it. The Parties Act is very straightforward. So it's not rocket science, and it doesn't need a lot of people. It just needs very direct, very organized planning. That's it. Thank you.
Alan, we have got 47 counties. I don't know why you stuck to 42.
Yeah, you don't actually need 100% victory. You just need majority.
Okay, KOT. Marvin, are you there? What? Mabonga?
Niweza kuwa amelala.
Ako shughuli. General.